if I
That's
tell
ready.
you
Yep.
that the use of performance-enhancing drugs can lead to an addiction and can cut your life in half? According to the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, performance-enhancing drugs have been found to cause cancer, heart, and liver damage. My name is Perez, and today I'd like to talk to you about two things. First, the accessibility and consequences of using performance-enhancing drugs, and two, what we can do here at Mercy College to make students really think twice before using performance-enhancing drugs. I'll begin by I'll begin by telling why it is so common for students athletes to use steroids. Steroids are easily accessible. The problem is that there are many steroids that are considered legal, and because of that, they're easy to acquire. There are sites online such as anabolicstores.com where you can buy as many as 500 pills for $128. They're easy to buy and and not very expensive. This is just a picture of human growth hormone, which is steroids. Student athletes can easily get their hands on steroids. Steroids can be dangerous when consumed in large quantities and can lead to a number of health problems. According to the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, you can suffer from heart attacks, increased aggressiveness, and sexual appetite, sometimes resulting in abnormal sexual and criminal behavior, often referred to as road rage, which is steroid rage. A famous case of a student athlete who died from the use of steroids was Taylor Houghton, a 17-year-old pitcher who committed suicide after suffering from depression, meaning he stopped using steroids and went crazy and felt like his life was going downhill and just decided to commit suicide, which is when addiction comes into play and all that other stuff. And these are the same drugs being sold over the counter and online to college athletes, student athletes. The health and life of student athletes are at risk. Not only is this a problem in high school and colleges, but also in professional sports. The ones most affected by this are college athletes who are being scouted by professional teams and want to have a competitive advantage. Even though we can't change the fact that professional athletes sometimes use steroids or that these drugs are legal and are sold over the counter, we can influence our students' decisions on buying these drugs. We can start by starting a petition to make the punishment of first-time athlete drug offenders more severe. In our student athletic handbook policy, our petition will call for two things. One, as of right now, community service and counseling are left to the discretion of the school. The completion of community service and counseling should be required for first offenders. It should not be left to the opinion of the school official. And two, instead of student scholarships being possibly reduced or canceled, instead of student scholarships being possibly reduced or canceled, they should be automatically canceled up. Meaning if a student athlete gets caught using steroids, they should automatically remove their scholarship. This will make students less likely to consider steroids use since there are serious consequences. For some students, losing their scholarship can mean that they can no longer attend the school since they can't afford it. And the majority of students are owing a scholarship, at least student athletes. We can have as many students sign the petition. Our petition will head to the president's office, and if that plan doesn't work out, we'll be able to organize a protest on campus. As you can see, these are simple things that we can do as students to have a big impact on our campus and our community. If we manage to change the school policy to be tougher on first offenders, it can lead to more equitable and safe athletic community and may save somebody's life. There will be more students who will be less likely to use steroids, gain respect around the community, which puts Mercy College as a school that doesn't tolerate drug use. Without this policy change, students will continue to receive weight punishments. As you can easily see, changing the school drug policy will have a great impact in our community. I have mentioned that steroids are easily accessible online and over the counter and can lead to health problems and death. I also mentioned what we can do to increase the punishment on first-time users. What if signing this petition saves one of your classmates' life It takes very little time and effort, and yet you can still make the difference. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, if you want to change the world, pick up your pen and write. Please go to www.change.org to sign our petition, College Athletes Steroids Prevention. Again, my name is Juan Perez, and thank you for listening.